Hi teachers, it's Dominique again. Here I'm going to show you how to take your finished learning board, whether you've published it to the web or left it as a Google Slides presentation, and add it and assign it to students on Google Classroom. So in a previous video, I showed you how to publish your Google slide to a web page. I'm going to show you in the Google Classroom. I'm in a sample class. I've created this as a topic. If you need to create a topic, you would go to create topic, and that would give a heading to a section where you would then add several materials that students would use in that section. So I'm going to go back to my learning board, and if I need to access the link after I've published this, I can go to File, Publish to the Web. And this is where that link is always accessible from. So I'm going to copy this link so I have it. And I'm going to go back to my Google Classroom and I'm going to hit create. And I'm going to make it an assignment. And I'm going to call this Learning from Home Week 1. And you could add instructions that help guide students through what they need to do to complete it. And then I'm going to go to Add Link. And then simply just paste that link and it will populate the image to make sure you've added the right link, and you can click and you'll see what students will be seeing when they click on that material. And then back in the Google Classroom, you have several options. You want to make sure that it's assigned to the right class, and you can even do several students or individual students. You can give it a point value, a due date. Let's say I want to have it due by the 11th, at the end of the week. Topic, you want to make sure it's going under the section that you created that you want it to be under. So I'm going to hit Learning from Home Week 1. And you have two things that you can do now. You can either just assign it and it will go out right now. And another option is to schedule it or save it. So if I hit schedule, I can have it go out, let's say September 4th at 6 a.m. So it's ready for students first thing in the morning on that Wednesday, or no, on the 9th, let's say at 6 a.m. Okay. And press schedule. Now, when you go back to the Google Classroom, you'll see that it is faded, which means it hasn't been published yet and students haven't seen it, but it will go out on the 9th at 6 a.m. Now, if you haven't published and you don't want to take that step to publish it to the web and make it a web page, and you just want to add the Google slide, you can also do that by going here to Add Assignment again, Learning from Home Week 1. And I would go to Add. And since I have been using it in my Google Drive, I can click Google Drive. That's where my learning board is in my Google Slides presentation. And in my recent, I've been working on it, so I'll find it right here. If not, you can search it up here in this search bar. I'll select the learning board for kindergarten week 1. Students can view file is fine because everything is linked. They don't need to make any edits, and you can keep it that setting. And then same thing again, you would assign a due date or a topic, and a topic, make sure it goes under the right section. And then you can either schedule it or just simply assign it. Okay, and then students, when they come onto Google Classroom, they can click. This is where they would access. This would take them to the slides presentation, and the original one that I showed you would then take them to the published webpage. So you can choose to do it either way, but that's how you take your final learning board and add it to Google Classroom.